Okay, so you decided to find out more about how you can start banishing those fears and anxieties and become more of a confident speaker. Well, in this next video, we're going to focus on your psychology and your mindset. You see, I come from a very psychological and scientific background, and this next technique is going to show you how you can start reorientating your mindset and becoming much more natural and comfortable whenever you present. Now, isn't it true that about 2 minutes before a presentation and 2 minutes into a presentation is typically when the anxiety is at its worst? And that's because your mind is in what we call survival mode. It's only thinking about running away from the situation or staying there and fighting, the fight or flight situation. And when that happens, we go into a foveal vision. Now this is great if you're in a room with a tiger and you need to fight it, because you'll need to just focus all of your attention onto that tiger. But the thing is, with public speaking, that physical threat is no longer there. And yes, it can be a bit of an irrational anxiety. So what we need to do is make sure we can change our mindset at that moment. Because I'm sure that you've experienced it before, haven't you, when you have a presentation and beforehand you're thinking everything about yourself. Because that's what we do when we go into foveal vision, that tunnel vision. We just think about ourselves all the time. Great for survival, but not great for a public speaking situation. Because what we tend to do is focus on ourselves and think all the negative thoughts. We think about how do we look, how do we sound, what are the audience thinking about us. And when you get all those negative thoughts, this is no good for your public speaking. What you need to do is spread your awareness out. Now we do this naturally during a presentation anyway, and once we do it, we tend to find we settle down. This is exactly what happens when you get interaction with an audience. That's why some people find meetings more easy, because they go into a meeting and they can start a conversation and the anxiety just seems to disappear. And that's because they're thinking out as opposed to in. So this is what I'd encourage you to do. Think about your presentation and then think about how you can get an interaction with your audience. Now of course, it's not always appropriate to ask questions at the start of your presentation, but you can say some statements like, "I'm sure you'd all agree." Now when you do that and you see your audience nodding with you, it feels so much more comfortable. You feel so much more relaxed because you feel, brilliant, I've got communication going with you at some level. As a result, I feel so much more relaxed. Whenever I do a workshop or I do a large training, I'll often throw a few questions out into the audience and either get a hands up response, or perhaps what I'll do is actually ask them questions and say, what are the biggest challenges that you face right now with public speaking? When I do that, I then write them up on the board, and it means that I'm getting a really good connection with my audience, building rapport. But the thing is, I'm then thinking about my audience and the anxiety just seems to disappear. Those first 2 minutes of anxiety are just over with. Now I want you to think about your presentations that you might have to give in the future and think about getting interaction from the very beginning. This will make your public speaking situations so much more engaging and you'll feel so much more relaxed. Now if you've enjoyed this video, what I want you to do is go along to tombreeze.com. That's www.tombreeze.com. In fact, if you look below this video, you can see a link there. And what I'm going to do is share a load more videos with you, go into a little bit more detail about how you can start putting all these techniques together and start becoming a much more confident speaker. So go and do that now, go and click below. Or if you want to find out more about becoming a much better communicator, becoming more influential, then all you need to do is wait to the end of this video, and then you're going to have those two options where you can either go back to the main menu, or you can look below, click that link, and go through to tombreeze.com. I'll see you over there in just a second.